and that's how it's going to remain. Umpire said not out. Back to the old days. Umpire's decision is the final decision. No reviews for Sri Lanka.
Not for the first time. Mushfiqur Rahim has tried that shot. And just have a look at how close it is. I think it's just past. This wasn't a polite inquiry per se, not really an animated appeal. The Ultra Edge will give us the true picture. That is just a feather. Got away.
Not sure those guys saw it on the guidance screen. They would be distraught. Won't have another review. Couldn't hear much. This time microphone volume is up. Couldn't hear much, but the Ultra Edge seems like just as it's past the outside edge, Graf reacts. They heard it. That full delivery, a real mixture of lengths from Pathirana. Yeah, this is going to be day after, 2nd of September, Pakistan versus India. This pitch has shown signs, at least with the new ball, of something for the seam bowler. Yeah. Two or three occasions when this extra run has been given to the opposition via overthrows.
Yeah, I think if you can fall to the Sri Lankan fielding, this will be one area they will be a little apprehensive about. I can understand him trying to just throw down the wicket on the move. It's difficult, couldn't get it on target, and in the process allowed that single.
Time, but away from the fielder. But lucky on that occasion. The idea was right. Short ball, tried to pull it. 31 overs gone. It's 125 for 4. We'll have a look at suits. In the end.
I live my life with Levo style, Levo style. Levo style.
My Levo, my style.
প্রতিদিনের লড়াইয়ে আমার আস্থা স্যাভলন সোপের দ্বিগুণ শক্তি দ্বিগুণ সুরক্ষায় স্কিন ময়েশ্চারাইজিং পাওয়ার সমৃদ্ধ নতুন স্যাভলন সোপ জীবাণুর পাশাপাশি রুক্ষতা থেকেও দেয় সুরক্ষা।
আমার ঘরে অ্যান্ড্রয়েড টিভি।
হ্যাঁ, তোমার কনকাই এবং ভয়েস কমান্ড সহ সিজন 2 কনকা, সবার জন্য আধুনিক প্রযুক্তি।
They're not looking for them. And because they're not looking for them, it means they're being starved of boundaries as well. So if they're going to shift in the direction of being a 200-plus score, they've got to look to rotate strike. Cannot, for 1 second, afford to be on strike. Got to get off strike, got to put pressure back on all these Sri Lankan bowlers, and the boundaries will come, not the other way around.
Balls since the last boundary as well. That doesn't help, especially if you're not rotating strike as well. So these now under pressure. Look at the first 3 balls after drinks, 3 dots.
It's the way Sri Lankans go about when they are at their best. Well, over the years we have had so many bowlers, so many batters rather, who could bowl. And that's what we do. That's what we used to do. Dry up things in the middle so that batters get desperate and they play shots out of the ordinary.
Yeah, usually we get hook, line and sinker into it. A bit of Sanath Jayasuriya. You look to punish him through the middle order, and before you know it, you hold out in the deep somewhere and you walk off cursing yourself. But you're 100% right. You've got to still look to have that positive intent. Sri Lanka, you know, are going to keep pounding you with spin through the middle as long as you let them bowl dot balls.
Five dot deliveries then. He's already had a wicket maiden so far in his spell. And won't get another one, just a little flick past with fielding again just to keep it down to 1. So another excellent over. 32 overs done, 126 of 4.
An artist's imagination turned into reality, adding beauty to life and beyond. Rosa, beyond beauty.
ব্রো, প্রতি মাসের চার আছে দারাজের জেলার, যেখানে সেখানে না খুঁজে জাদুকরি সেভিংসে সবই কিনুন দারাজে। প্রতি মাসের চার সেট করুন রিমাইন্ডার।
Patirana then with his 6th over, 1 for 21 so far. We've talked a lot about his action and his wrist position. See that he's trying to, when he's running in, he's got his fingers slightly each side of the seam, he's trying to hold it up, and if he can do that and release it like that, I think he'll get a bit more pace and he'll get a lot more accuracy as well. Certainly a unique action.
Well, I remember when Maliga was introduced first in New Zealand. New Zealand batsmen wanted Billy Bowden at the time, who was umpiring. The batsmen wanted the tie to go back because they thought it was coming from the middle of the tie. They couldn't pick him up. And we personally at the nets, we wouldn't want to face Maliga for the simple fact that you don't come across bowlers like that to play against you.
And I reckon Patirana is even lower than that. I reckon he comes other side of the umpire. So it's even a unique, and this is what I think we must celebrate in our great game of cricket. The ability for a bowler, batsman to come in with a unique position on the game, something that challenges us all. The fact that we want to almost change him means that he's doing all the right things by the game and by himself.
Yeah, you're right. But we're not trying to change his action. I think his action is unique. We're just trying to change that wrist position on release. That's all.
We're talking about people copying certain individuals. We had a era where when Murali was going great guns, people, young kids rather, following Murali and copying Murali, that became a problem because not everybody had arms like Murali.
Just see the angle, and you saw the bounce that he got. And we followed it all the way down, and it is another massive wicket. He has the captain, and now he has Mushfiqur.
Yeah, the bounce. MS Dhoni does this well as well. He gets his fine legs, and his third man's very, very fine. Goes at it, does Rahim. It was such an important moment in this match as well that these two for Bangladesh stay in. But unfortunately, the trademark you might be able to talk about, it's almost like a yoga pose. And he's got to go. The 13 of 22 deliveries. And Bangladesh 127 for 5.
কালাম্মা আমি আপনার মোবাইলে সেলফি ইনস্টল করে দিতেছি আপনি আপনার গোপন পিন নাম্বার দিয়া আপনার রেমিটেন্সের টাকা আপনি নিজেই জমা করতে পারবেন
সেলফিন আগামীর ব্যাংকিং
হ্যালো ওয়ালটন
Hello.
এসি স্টার্ট
Okay, charge.
কেউ কথা না শুনলেও এসি কথা শোনে ওয়ালটন ভয়েস কন্ট্রোল এসি এসি অন অশান্তিগণ
চা রেডি, আমরা রেডি। চা মানে লাইফটা ভরপুর, চা মানে ইস্পাহানি মির্জাপুর।
So number 7 in for Bangladesh, and they're under the pump a little bit here. Mahedi Hassan Miraz then in at number 7, and he's up against a bowler at the moment, Fatirana, who is bowling with some good pace and some good bounce.
And this is the wicket that we are talking about. Not too much control, easy catch to third man. The moment you play shots above your shoulder, whether it is the third man or fine leg, you lose control.
And what is great from that angle that you can see side on the bounce that he gets and the pace. You followed all the way down to third as well. Yeah, nice start. Really good start at the new batter.
Dangerous with the older ball. Don't get the opportunity to really create momentum. Just not enough air in that ball. Ball well inside the boundary. Such a unique proposition for the game of cricket. This is where he comes into his own as well in the back phases of T20 cricket. He's always thereabouts. Hasn't played a lot of one-day cricket, but I tell you what, he's looking as dangerous here as well. End of the 33rd, 127 for 5.
দাদা ম্যাচ টিকিট কি তুমি কিনে আসছো না গিয়ে কাটবে হ্যাঁ বিকাশ করলেই বিশ্বকাপের টিকিট হবে
বেশিবার রিচার্জ বিকাশ করো বিশ্বকাপ টিকিট জিতো পছন্দের খাবার বা ফ্রেশ গ্রোসারি অর্ডার করুন যা খুশি যখন খুশি আর লাইফ এনজয় করুন লাইক এ প্যান্ডা
2 for 22 at the moment. Fatirana, who has the wickets of Shakib and now Mushfiqur as well. 17 overs to go then. Nice little sweep, they'll look for 2. Both of you now, you're in the middle now. What are you looking, as two former batters, these next 7 overs, what are you looking to do?
Well, certainly my approach would be to drag the game for the next 5 overs, rotating the strike, try and push as much as I can with minimum of risk, set up again, rethink, and set set myself target. Bat sensibly for the next 5 overs and take it up from there, because you keep losing wickets. It's not easy to sort of come back to a game like this where I think the wicket is too paced. Shot making hasn't looked that easy.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to slog.
Well, I was going to ask you, you wouldn't slog. You'd be a bit more proactive, try and go at them, try and take the game back to them?
No, just slog. No. Yeah, look, I think you've got to, it's a tricky position right now, isn't it? 5 down, you've got to look to advance the scoreboard, but you've got to have this proactive mindset. You can't just lay down and just say, right, Sri Lanka, you're going to have your way. No way. You've got to look to attack your options, know where your scoring areas are. Michael Bevan used to do that really well at the back end of the game. He used to time his performances and know exactly where his key strike zones were and stick to that. But he wouldn't wait, ever. He wouldn't necessarily just try and manipulate strike. He'd look to take it on as well. And I think that's key in these situations.
Get a quick single, just gets past extra cover. Another good over for Sri Lanka. 34 overs done. 131 for 5.
What'll lend a bit more weight to that as well is that with these overcast conditions, a little bit of water on the wicket as well. Skid on. Saw that first delivery as well, just skid on. Coming back to your point though, Corky, you got to look to also pick to whom you're comfortable hitting. Now, someone like Rajitha, he's going to bowl back of the length, slow length deliveries as well, off-pace deliveries. With a good proactive mindset, especially early on in the over count, in those first and second, even third balls, look to take him on, look to put the pressure on early in the over. See how he responds to that kind of thinking. See if you can get him as a bowler to change what it is around their own fundamentals and make-ups of the way that they perform. Challenge that ego, that ethos that they have. Just see, throw it out there, just put a bait on the hook, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree, because as a bowler and a former bowler, we're happy if you're staying there. If you're staying there and just maybe clipping the odd ball here and there for a single, we're happy. If you are a bit more proactive, think I'm going to come at you or I'm going to stay deep and pull off your length, then all of a sudden as a bowler, you have to think a little bit more. Sri Lanka at the moment are comfortable. In this position, everything is going their way. And you need to get to a total where I think in some ways take the risk. Take that risk as a batting side.
Yes, calculated risk is something that we encourage. And sure, good bit of fielding. Two for that, good running. Dulit Lalage from deep cover does the fielding.
He's absolutely smoked this. Take a look at this. Back of the length. It's on the up. Bang. That's got to hurt. I bet he's thinking, little ice. Yeah, that's hurt.
That's okay. That's okay. Just a quick look at square leg to make sure the height was okay. Not great pace, Majita, but it's okay in this form of the game. So just let the batter know I've got one in my locker.
Yeah, that's excellent bowling. It's actually been a very good over. I don't want to put the captain's curse on him here and bowl some sort of boundary ball in his last ball, but at this stage, been an excellent, not only spell, but superb over as well.
Just a change in field then for this last ball. Mid on has gone back to long on and cover has come up into the circle. Says to me short one, and the square leg umpire is fine with that. So another good over, just 4 runs from it. 35 overs done, 135 for 5.
Introducing High Gloss by Aki's World.
পরীক্ষার হলে আমার ব্রেন আর এটা না, এটা পুরো পাথর হয়ে গেছে, কি যে করি।
ওকে দাও রুচি ঝালমুড়ি ওয়াসাবি পাঞ্চ। রুচি ঝালমুড়ি খাও, মাথার জ্যাম ছাড়া দেবো।
চাঁদের মতো উজ্জ্বলতা এখন থাকবে আরো 15 দিন বেশি। নতুন লাক্স 125 গ্রাম এখন 100 গ্রামের দামেই।
Ball, I think he was lucky to get away with it. Already given one for the over because of just between shoulder and the head high. I think this has gone over Mahdi Hassan's head. It's outside. Against off spin now, you're facing this Haydos. Obviously, look at those projected 209, 5 runs and over. But if you're facing the off spin here, what are your options apart from the sweep? Because I think sweep would be your main option.
Well, I haven't got an option. You've just taken it away from me. Typical bowler, Corky. Look, in to out, always a good option with the off spinner. If that's your shot, there's a big gap over extra cover, so that's an option. I think we haven't seen any batsman in particular look to come down as well, look to cover the angle and use the feet. See, that was flighted enough to be able to use your feet. And as soon as you do that, of course, that creates the doubt in a spinner's mind, coupled with then a sweep shot. And that's pretty much all you need in these conditions. If you sit back and wait like that, it's a good shot. Just wait, and that's boundary, and a good one. First after 8 overs.
That is what is exactly you told earlier. You put pressure coming forward, stepping out of your crease. All of a sudden, the bowler has to make the change. He bowls short, go on the back foot, hit the gap, and there's enough and more runs. There's value for runs, value for money for your shots on a ground like this.
There's that use of the feet you run about, and all of a sudden now, that pressure's back on the bowler. First boundary in 52 balls, and then comes down.
Yeah, that's not good enough. You can't afford to go 50 balls without a boundary in one-day cricket. When the expectations and your markers and every stat that we saw ahead of this game, past scores are in that 170, 180 range. 140 for 5.
মাঠে ঘাটে প্রান্তরে খেলা হবে, হবে প্রতি ঘরে ঘরে খেলা হবে, খেলা হবে, মজা হবে, আর খাবার জমবে রুচি সসে। দাদা, ম্যাচ টিকিট কি তুমি কিনে আসছো না ঘি কাটবে? হ্যাঁ, বিকাশ করলেই বিশ্বকাপের টিকিট হবে। বেশিবার রিচার্জ বিকাশ করো, বিশ্বকাপ টিকিট জিতো। এইবার হোক শুরু, গুরু এবার হোক শুরু, একটি দেশ বন্ধুপূর্ণ।
In 2 days' time, Pakistan versus India. I cannot wait for that game. Wow. Jinta with his 7th over. Again, the aggression starts. I like it. Let's have a look at the story so far in the match. Lanka spinners dominate the day with tight spells. Shanna, the pick of the bowlers. I think that's part and parcel, but I'm sure that Tirana will have a say in that as well. He's got 2 big wickets. Shanto leads Bangladesh's innings with an unbeaten 76 so far. So there are your top stories. Paterano with 2 for 22 in his spell.
Yeah, lots of boxes ticked here. This is Shanto. He's been good, hasn't he? Been the one that's contributed the most here today. Needs probably now to elevate his strike rates, only just a tick below 70. Oh no, what have we got here? It's something disastrous.
It's definitely Shanto has gone because Mehdi Hassan doesn't move out of his crease. I'm sure it'll have to be checked, but surely Mehdi Hassan, you know that Shanto is your man in. You have to just step out of your crease. Do the less selfish thing. Shanto is the man in.
Yeah, if you're on the right money there, Dominic Cork, I tell you what, that is a... No, he's okay. He's managed to cross. So the right thing has been done here. Yes, he's fallen on his sword, the young fella. And that's going to be the right decision. As you can see there, he's crossed over. Probably had a little word in his ear as well. Come on, buddy. I need to be here. I know that you're going to be disappointed, but I'm the one that needs to be here and take this innings home for my country. So you've done the right thing, young fella.
Whether he did it intentionally, I'm not sure. Mehdi Hassan obviously is out of his crease when they crossed, but obviously it's when the stumps are taken, because Ranjitha held the ball for such a long time. Surely it's the first that's in the crease, and it is Shanto. So Shanto was walking off, taking his helmet off. You can see that Shanto is in the crease first, so don't think Mehdi Hassan wanted to just let him go past. I think intentionally he just stayed there, but Richard Lingworth is the third umpire, and it is Mehdi Hassan who has to go.
Well, he'll be extremely disappointed, but he'll also know in his heart that he's probably done the right thing there. Very unselfish piece of batting there from the youngster. Gone for 5. And Bangladesh 141 for 6.
অনেক কিছুই তো খাচ্ছি, মন পড়ছে না।
অফারে স্প্লিট এসিতে 20,800 টাকা পর্যন্ত নিশ্চিত ছাড়। ওয়ালটন এয়ার কন্ডিশনার, কমফোর্ট উইদাউট কম্প্রোমাইজ।
For 6 then. Shaq Mehdi Hassan then, who's in at number 8. Eventually we got to the right decision in this run out.
It would have been crucial if Shanto went at this stage. Good fielding. This is what creates. These are runouts that are created by the fielding team by not giving force to the opposition, bowling tight lines and lengths. This is what you achieve by fielding tight, having closing fielders, closing down on singles. Shanto at the moment going through a bit of a period where he's getting cramps, I think. Considering what we saw yesterday at Multan, this is really pleasant weather, by the way.
76 for 110 then so far for Shanto. You can see how much he's keeping this innings together. Have a look at all the wickets. Good bowling early on. just feeling for it. And just got a leading edge. Then we saw Shakib Al-Hassan go. Paterano with a good delivery. This was a good review given, not out. And the captain decided that no, he wanted to go for it. Then pace again, lovely side on view there. Good catch down a third, simple catch. And then we're just seeing the run out. Bowler forgot to actually take the stumps and had to be told. Eventually it was the end of Mehdi Hassan. Nice shot, really good shot from Shanto. Picks up on pace really quickly.
Can you see why that was an important decision that the two batsmen in the previous partnership had made to keep Shanto in, because he has been the man in form, but also the man that's guiding their way to some sort of comeback in this match, Bangladesh. Sure, you can see that reaction from the bowler as well, trying to convince Shanto out of his crease. Come back up this end, please.
Not the bowling at the end of the innings.
I live my life with Levo style, Levo style.
My Levo, my style.
প্রতিদিনের লড়াইয়ে আমার আস্থা স্যাভলন সোপের দ্বিগুণ শক্তি, দ্বিগুণ সুরক্ষায়। স্কিন ময়েশ্চারাইজিং পাওয়ার সমৃদ্ধ নতুন স্যাভলন সোপ জীবাণুর পাশাপাশি রুক্ষতা থেকেও দেয় সুরক্ষা।
আমার ঘরে অ্যান্ড্রয়েড টিভি।
হ্যাঁ, তোমার কনকাই এবং ভয়েস কমান্ড সহ।
সিজন 2
কনকা, সবার জন্য আধুনিক প্রযুক্তি।
And the Sri Lankan crowd that are in are enjoying their team at the moment. Current rate only gets them get a score, try and bowl well. In that side edge.
Now it's Operation Get Shanto back on strike here for whomever he bats with, because ideally he can make an unbelievable 100 here. He's got plenty of time. Could get actually 150. He gets his strike up rate around that sort of 100 mark. Tell you what, could be something very special we're about to witness. Wicket, I think, has got a little bit better, sliding on under the lights. I think the key is, coming back to the question that you asked before, never ever give up. Never give your bat up or your wicket away. And that little conversation that we saw in the previous partnership shows that. He knows that he has to be the man today.
I like what I see here in getting Dhananjay to bowl these overs. Shanaka understanding that the importance of getting Shanto out at this stage. He's asking Shanto, the left-hander, to take on the off-spinner if he wants to. So it's good thinking on the part of the captain.
You say about it, trying to get Shanto on strike. I'm thinking as a bowler, keep Shanto off strike. Put pressure now on Mehdi Hassan here, right now. And even in the last ball, allow him to have strike now. Allow the single. Yeah, that's okay. Good over again for Sri Lanka, just 3 runs from it. 38 done, 148 for 6.
Introducing High Gloss by Akage Board.
Locals who are all starting to come in. Workday finished, on their way down and enjoying what Patirana back into the attack then. 6 overs so far, 2 for 22. Lovely story about Patirana. He's from this local area, hasn't played this ground in a competitive match for Sri Lanka. What a start. Get the Bangladesh captain out, get their senior player out in Mushfiqur. Chips. Now whether that was a slower ball or whether that came out slower, you have to just keep your eye on that, because Mehdi Hassan was through his shot early.
Yeah, we love the stories within stories, don't we, Dom? You might make a comment on what that delivery was. But the story is that there's a creep as well in this crowd, because it is starting to build nicely. It's especially towards that. It's a lovely little build, watching their hometown boy come good on the biggest stage in the IPL. Already got a title under his belt. He's been mentored by some really good names. Can he deliver this knockout blow here for Sri Lanka?
Quick single, yeah. The knockout blow, I think, would be Shanto as well. Get him out, and then you have a chance of bowling Bangladesh out.
I'm sure Sri Lanka, when picking Patirana, would have thought about picking wickets using him. He certainly have lived up to that, picking the two big names in this Bangladeshi lineup. Both of them were picked up by Patirana. 2 short balls, and that's his strength. I mean, I've seen him bowl earlier too, he's a Yorker, but ended up as a full toss. Yeah, overthrows. This is not clean work by Sri Lanka. There's quite a few overthrows being given in this innings.
His delivery's up against Mushfiqur. Going full. So trying to make sure that he knows that I can get you trapped on the crease, and then goes with that short delivery. Set up beautifully. That'll be a wide. Yeah, it was really good. Patirana, it's a great story. I still think he can get better and better. You see all bowlers, I think, when you get to maturity, is about 27, 28. When you understand your action, you understand what your body needs and how you can get better as well.
The takeaway that I had from that analysis piece there, Corky, was the fact that the ball was coming right out of the middle of a big block of Wilson's belly. So very, very straight. You see a lot of bowlers, they use the crease to create angles. This is literally going stump to stump from Patirana.
As I told you earlier, that's where the complaint came from the New Zealanders when Maliga was introduced. But I mean, look, it's an advantage that he has. You got to deal with it.
Yeah, and with that, he may even be able to use the crease as well, as he gets used to bowling on the big stage, which he has done already. Can he use the crease and go slightly wider? So he's certainly got a unique action that needs to be helped, worked on. I'm sure he's got a massive future.
Marvin, was there a bowler that you didn't want to face in the nets from Sri Lanka?
Number 1 would be Malinga. Why would I? I don't come across Malingas in international cricket. Why should I get my rhythm disturbed by it?
I'm sure it wasn't just you as well. Been loads in world cricket as well. There's that third who's really fine. They're going to pick up 2. Just good positive running to finish off the 39th over. It's 157 for 6.
আনমনা দিন আজ খুঁজে নিল আশা পলকের
ইশারা বুঝে নিল ভাষা অল্প কথার স্বপ্নের ভিড়ে গল্প
What is this Asia Cup? How you do in the last 10 overs will have a huge bearing on the eventual result of the match, and that's why I believe teams that have good death bowlers. If not that, maybe wicket-taking spinners in the middle overs to make the job of the death bowlers easier. It's got set batters batting in the death. It's a nightmare for bowlers. So you've got to have quality death bowlers if that happens, or spinners will make sure there aren't any set. Oh, he's missed it. Is the back foot back quick enough? Seems like it. The keeper
Deceived the batter, deceived the keeper. You're talking about the extra bit of bounce, and it struck him on the throat there. But I think he just got away with it, and that's something that Bangladesh will be very happy about.
Can we have a look at front on, please? After the ball goes past the outside edge, so roll it through. Okay, can't see the ball there. So can we just see one where the ball comes out of his gloves and onto the ground, please? Okay, onto the ground. Foot is grounded behind. So we can go to the big screen with my decision.
should react a little later. Almost like he didn't expect the ball to pass the batter, and then he was surprised when it actually happened.
There was a bit of zip turn as well. By the time he collected the ball after the bounce, it was too late. Crucial moments. Kusal Mendes, there was one catch which he didn't appeal. Missed the chance here as well. Had a wrong review. So as a wicketkeeper, apart from that catch which he caught off
Shakib Al Hasan, it was a brilliant catch. The gloves were ready for the catch. This time they won.
In his gloves, gave the opportunity. Let's have a look at that wicket once again. Off the gloves, went across, covered. The anticipation was there. The gloves were open, and then what he did well was, can't say it from this angle, on the second grab, managed to hang on to it.
Really sensational catch, that left-handed as well. He's a right-hander, natural right-hand batter, right-hander. Meanwhile, Shanto doing a great job for Bangladesh. He's got 4 test hundreds. He knows how to get those hundreds.
When we were on last, Mushfiqur Rahim and Shanto were just building up a partnership. I did mention that those two would be the ones who settle down the problems they've had after the departure of Mushfiqur Rahim. I think Shanto has done an excellent job in holding it together. Had a bit of luck in terms of not getting out on a run out. But now, Sanjay, he's going at 74, now approaching his 100. It will be difficult for him to get a move on quickly. 40 done. It's 160%.
কক্সবাজারের রিল কবে এইটা
পেয়ারা বাজারে রিল
অন্য লেভেলের এখন দেশ জুড়ে সব হবে অন্য লেভেলে বন্ধুদের অসম নেটওয়ার্কে অলওয়েজ রেডি নিয়ে নেসক্যাফের কিকস্টার্ট থামলে থামুক দুনিয়া আমরা
এক আমি করছি অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে
সঠিক মাত্রায় আয়োডিনযুক্ত ও বিশুদ্ধ লবণ নিশ্চিত করছি 1.5 যুগ ধরে ভালোবাসার নিড়ে এসিআই পিওর সল্ট মেধা বিকাশে সাহায্য করে।
Projected 200 now at this stage. All depend on how Shanta goes in the final few overs. Mind you, he'll take a little time now. 12 runs short of a one-day international 100, that too in an Asia Cup. That's understandable, but saw Iftikhar and Babar Azam take off in the final phase of the innings, and what a difference that made. 340 on the board. Got a left-arm spinner in. See how Shanta goes against him. And batters love left-arm spinners, but he's batting on 80, so he's conscious of that.
40 overs have been bowled, not a single six have been hit by Bangladeshi batters. That would be a challenge to get going for them so far. All the onus is on Shanto now, the set batter.
Tell you what, Irfan, I don't think either Mehdi Hassan or Najmul Hasan Shanta will be looking to go for the big shots there. It'll be a combination of a little bit of survival at the moment, ensuring they build up a partnership here, and also try to rotate strike. Now there's a bit of a yes and no. Thankfully, making up his mind to go for it eventually.
Fielding has been ragged. Sri Lanka themselves will accept it. At least 3 or 4 overthrows, bonus runs. This one also a fumble. Allowed that single to be completed easily. Wickets fall, the run rate drops. It's 39 runs in the last 10 overs. But 2 wickets.
Okay, exactly 4 runs and over. To just step on the gas, shift gears. These remaining overs, got to reach some kind of a target that the bowlers are going to be happy to defend.
He likes the short ball, Shanto. Every time they have a shot, be it a spinner or a fast bowler, he's been very, very comfortable. Where they're going to find those boundaries, those sixes in last 9 overs after this. And mind you, there are only 2 centuries have been scored from Bangladeshi batters in Sri Lanka. Both of them have come from Tamim Iqbal.
Given, looks straight enough, even for the umpire. Well, Bangladesh have reviews, they've got 2. They should take one, just for the sake of it.
Review for LBW. See the umpire to director. We've got a player review for LBW. Original on-field decision is out. I've checked the front foot and it's a fair delivery. If you can have a look at the front on, please. Okay, just drop that back, please. Okay, looks like there's no ban involved. Let's confirm that with Ultradge, please. Flat line, daylight between bat and ball. Okay, we'll go to ball tracking when ready, please. Pitching outside off, impacted line. Wickets, umpire's call. Go back to Paul to stay with his original decision of out. You're on screen now, Paul, please signal.
Well, that one in favour of the Sri Lankans, and the crowd are absolutely delirious. Another wicket down. No worries for Bangladesh. But Mehdi Hassan has to take the long walk back. Him scoring only 6 of 16. It's 162 for 7.
আপনাকে সতেজ ও সুস্থ রাখতে 3টি ভিন্ন ভ্যারিয়েন্টে এসিআই নিয়ে এলো সিনটেক্স অ্যান্টিসেপটিক বার। এখন আপনি থাকুন অ্যাক্টিভ প্রতিদিন।
স্যাভলন শাইনেক্স ফ্লোর ক্লিনার কঠিন দাগ দূর করে ফ্লোরকে করে ঝকঝকে ও জীবাণুমুক্ত আর ছড়িয়ে দেয় সতেজ এক সুবাস। স্যাভলন শাইনেক্স ফ্লোর ক্লিনার।
that's happened right to Naskin Ahmed. I've seen him play a couple of interesting, entertaining innings. Bats left-handed. Had a 4-year layoff from international cricket. Just missed international cricket from I think 2017 to 21. Must have been a tough time, but now playing more regularly. Got 5 wickets against India in his first 2 matches. So talent to reckon with.
At the angle which was taking the ball towards the leg stump. This was given not out. Would have been not out because it was umpire's call. But there's a lot to like about Villalage. Good left arm spinner. Different trajectory. Not too high. Right trajectory to get the LBW and bowls from a left arm spinner. He's happy. Bye, Wanibi.
He bowls the arm ball so very well. Very deceptive. Ends a wicket taking over. Good job. Getting on his bowling. It's 41 done. 162 for 7.
Always ready নিয়ে নেসক্যাফের কিকস্টার্ট থামলে থামো দুনিয়া আমরা
এক আঙুল করছে অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে সাবান বা সাধারণ হ্যান্ড ওয়াশে হাত হয়ে পড়ে রুক্ষ ও মলিন, তাই ব্যবহার করুন ময়েশ্চারাইজিং পাওয়ার সমৃদ্ধ স্যাভলন অ্যান্টিসেপটিক হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ, যা হাতকে রাখে নরম, কোমল ও জীবাণুমুক্ত।
Complete darkness now this area around the cricket ground. Pleasant weather conditions. That's what you get when you come to Kandy. Slightly higher than above sea level, so cooler than most parts of Sri Lanka. Another good ball and it misses.
Diksana. That had little foot behind the line.
Now, the ball is celebrating. The view that we had was of the ball going through the defense. And seems like that man has picked up another. Dikshana has got Shanto for 89. The fantastic bowler. Always at you in the stumps.
Oh, what a beauty this is. Look at the way he's spinning the other way and finds that gap in bat and pad and finds timber. And he's absolutely over the moon. Why not? He deserves taking that massive, massive wicket of Najmul Hussain Shanto. Was the only batter really putting up any kind of resistance for Bangladesh. He walks back, rather disconsolate for 89. It's 162 for 8.
রুক্ষতা আর ধুলোময়লা ভুলে আপনাকে সতেজ ও সুস্থ রাখতে 3টি ভিন্ন ভ্যারিয়েন্টে এসিআই নিয়ে এলো সেপটেক্স অ্যান্টিসেপটিক বার। এখন আপনি থাকুন অ্যাক্টিভ প্রতিদিন।
স্যাভলন শাইনেক্স ফ্লোর ক্লিনার কঠিন দাগ দূর করে ফ্লোরকে করে ঝকঝকে ও জীবাণুমুক্ত আর ছড়িয়ে দেয় সতেজ এক সুবাস। স্যাভলন শাইনেক্স ফ্লোর ক্লিনার।
And again, you see how consistently and frequently Sri Lanka have got their wickets. Shanto, 89 good runs. Didn't come very quickly, but that's what Sri Lanka needed. Somebody to just bat and ensure that they don't lose the 10 wickets in the 50 over. That can still happen, but thanks to Shanto at least. Come this long, they've got 162 runs on the board. But now Dikshana is on fire. He's got a slip. He's got a couple of wickets. Boy, he loves getting wickets. It's an aggressive bowler. There you go. Wonderful cricketer.
The carom ball is doing the trick for him. Getting the sad batter out like this. It's an outstanding effort. The bat moved too quickly across. There was a little gap, and that was enough for Tikshana to get a sad batter out. He's amazing, isn't it? Bowling with the new ball, bowling in the stumps. When it comes to getting the set batter out, always asking for the ball to come in his hand and use the variation. Beautiful bowling.
So interesting, today we've seen him bowl the carom ball more to the left-handers. Yeah, not so much of that one, that doesn't turn much. I've seen him bowl the classical off-spinner to left-handed, but today he's gone for the carom ball a lot.
Yeah, and when he's bowling the carom ball from the round the wicket to left-hander, it has more purchase as well, and the line and the angle becomes better. With the new ball, when he's bowling the carom ball, he was bowling over the wicket, but as soon as the ball became older, used that round the wicket angle really well.
Well played. Be happy with a run and 42 overs. Here's Dominic Paul.
দাদা ম্যাচ টিকিট কি তুমি কিনে আসছো না গিয়ে কাটবে? হ্যাঁ,
বিকাশ করলেই বিশ্বকাপের টিকিট হবে। বেশিবার রিচার্জ বিকাশ করো, বিশ্বকাপ টিকিট জিতো। পছন্দের খাবার বা ফ্রেশ গ্রোসারি অর্ডার করুন, যা খুশি যখন খুশি, আর লাইফ এনজয় করুন লাইক এ প্যান্ডা।
Edit නැද්ද බලයියා?
The 125 and 127. Deceptiveness at its best from Sri Lanka.
পেয়ারা বাজারে রিল
এখন দেশ জুড়ে সব হবে অন্য লেভেলে, বন্ধুদের অসম নেটওয়ার্কে।
এক আঙুল করছে অনেক কিছু। নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
সঠিক মাত্রায় আয়োডিনযুক্ত ও বিশুদ্ধ লবণ নিশ্চিত করছি 1.5 যুগ ধরে ভালোবাসার নিড়ে বিকাশে সাহায্য করে।
Tell you what, lots of left-handers in the Bangladeshi batting lineup. One on strike. No think about that bowling. Not sure how he'll handle batting against it.
Well, Mustafizur Rahman, known for his prowess at the death, but I don't think it's going to be, by the time the death overs come in, might all be over. So he might be used early on.
Oh, this looks straight, yes. Straight enough to Wilson. And once again, a wicket with a slow ball. It has been reviewed. Might just be a formality, that.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. Original on-field decision is out. Check the front foot and it's a fair delivery. If you can have a look at the front top, please. Okay, just rock. Pitching in line, impact in line, wickets hitting, ball, stay with your original decision, out, you're on screen now.
So that is it. Sri Lanka has shown absolute domination here. Bowling out Bangladesh for 164, the last wicket. Been taken, elation in the stands with very meticulous and clinical performance here by the Sri Lankan bowlers. Bangladesh getting off this segment. First part of their